in a world of imagination and mystery. You alone write your destiny. Will you be good? Will you be evil? Neutral? Chaotic? Will you be lawful? When it comes to adventure, it's all on the table.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All on the Table on the Transverse. I am Jen Giggles, your host and game master for the day. Today, we are going to be moving on to our third session for Lesbians of the Galaxy, our Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. If you have any comments, please add them to the chat. Mods, we have a immediate giveaway happening now for 200 bits. First person to drop those on us gets to name a character. That character is coming up very quickly, so the sooner the better. And today we have playing with us Dana, Juniper, Ren, and Danny. Come on in and join us, everybody. Danny is taking over for Charlotte as playing Elena, the existing character. So we aren't introducing a new character, just a new player for this going forward. Charlotte's stepping up in the Transverse in an officer position has kind of eaten up a lot of time, which makes it very hard for her to be part of the games that we're doing. Now, let's have everyone hop on over to Roll20 so you can all see what's going on in our fun corner of the universe. If you scroll down, you'll see our new opening scroll. It says, "Join our team of rebels as they explore more temples and fight to find the secret that will defeat the Empire." All right. You guys just finished up at the Temple of Flow, or the Flowing Temple, and you guys are relaxing back in Harry's bar. The crew brought you back to where you started, and it is here that a message is sent to you from our illustrious Princess Petunia.
I'm always, the Princess Petunia for some reason makes me think of the princess in the Earthworm Jim game, because she had like a funny name like that as well.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So what's in the message? Does she mention me?
So our as typical, a random bunny servant comes up and drops off a data pad for you. This data pad has not been created for anyone at this time. However, she just drops it off and sits down in the corner. Like, kind of ordered a drink, walked past everybody, and then sat down like a good spy would.
Okay.
Must be a little better than the previous one to come visit. So, the data pad directs you to the north.
Okay.
It says you must go north to find the light of the kingdom. And if everybody's following along at home, you will see that means we are heading up to Croat or Rus? Not exactly sure which city it needs to go to yet. You've got a little research to do and some hunting to find, and then you will know. So, whichever city you want to start at, you can pick. Doesn't matter. You can flip a coin. The team gets to make this choice.
Well, I mean, Croat is due north, so that seems like the obvious choice. But I don't know. Is there any place called the Light of the Kingdom or anything like that?
Not that you're aware of.
All right.
Hold on. I might have something for this. Sorry, May.
All right. Let's see.
Do any of our characters know anyone in either of those cities?
Let me see.
Let's see.
Well, I'm pretty new to most of existence in general, so.
Well,
However, I do have.
let's see. No, all of my contacts are here in the main town. You're here in Aegeus. So,
Can I? So I have a playbook move called in cartography, which says that I have vast stores of information, much of it accurate and some of it useful. When you try to recall information relevant to a challenge before you, roll plus spirit. Can I use that now?
You can use that now.
I will use that now. So I am rolling spirit, which is I got yes. Modifier. Right.
and I do have to correct myself. Of course, Sonia knows someone in both Croat and Rus. So,
hold on.
I mean, that was kind of expected, wasn't it?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like Sonia just knows someone everywhere.
Yeah.
But like,
Did it just say I rolled a? Did it just say I rolled a 0?
if you have a negative to it, then yeah.
Wait. I didn't add a negative to it. Can I roll again? Because
That's not right. Oh, you have a +0 in there somewhere. So it's 4 + 3.
Oh, it's because you have 2 pluses in there.
0 + 1.
Yeah.
So because there was a missing gap in there. So you'll have to re-roll that.
Okay. Okay, so that says 7 to 9. Most of the information is accurate, but something crucial is out of date, and you don't know what.
That's just fine. So what you've been able to pull up on your data is that the Light of the Kingdom is a very simple, small, it was considered a small little bar. And that was found in Rus.
Yay! I was useful.
Oh yeah, I remember that bar. I think it was that bar. Well, it was. I remember a bar in Rus.
I feel like I'm getting to know this character so well.
I mean, we've all gotten to know that character so well.
There's not that much to know.
So, it sounds like you will all be heading to Roos.
Yes.
So, as you guys get ready to go, are there any steps you want to, anything you want to do before you leave?
I don't think so.
Just grab my go bag and head out. Let's see.
Well, we're currently back in Aegis, right? Or
Yes. Well, no. Well, yeah. You're back in Aegis. So
We're in Harry's bar, right?
Yep.
Technically. Is there anybody in the? You said somebody, the person that dropped off the was it the data pad that looked like a spy? Are they still in the bar?
well, they finished their drink and they've headed out. So although you might, so you got this individual. They finished their drink and left. So they left to the door and they went very quickly through. You're basically, you three are sitting at the bar here, and Elena is going to be joining you shortly here, as Elena is back in town.
Oh, good.
So after doing some scouting, Elena is back in town.
Hey, Elena, what happened to Cybele?
Oh.
We've got
Good
some
question.
delay on Danny's feed. We'll give that a minute, see if that catches up here.
And I also realized that Danny doesn't have any idea possibly who Cybele is. So if you want to provide her an explanation.
So, yeah, Cybele.
Actually, it's a good question.
Cybele is another character who had been involved at the very beginning, but what happened on your end that you know at this point is that she was called back to help out in another way. So she was called back by her previous employer to return due to an immediate emergency.
Yeah. And knowing Cybele, she would have kept the reasons close to her chest. And, exactly.
Wouldn't have told anybody who she was working for or what was going on,
Yep.
but we may see Cybele again later. So,
I'm gonna take out my data pad and I'm going to send off a message to my friend in the castle, Kalila, to let her know that things are going to be a little interesting from here on out, and to stay close to the princess, make sure she's all right.
sure, that works. That works. You do get a message back, and well, that's all set there. You do get that message back, and what it says is, we'll keep an eye on everything here. You make sure that they don't get any further, so they don't gain any more ground, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one thing I'm going to do is acquire us some transportation because I'm not walking that far.
That's fair.
I don't blame you. That's a good idea.
Yes, we should look into finding transportation. That is definitely something to do.
Something nondescript, but relatively fast if possible.
All right.
A Porsche.
Nondescript. A nondescript Porsche. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
I think we have very different definitions of nondescript.
Do we see? So what are our options for transportation? Is there anything that we can see in town, or are we gonna be thieving?
Well, you guys can easily acquire something, or you do know the captain of the ship you're sitting next to.
So the ship, though, is, as I recall, a watercraft. So that
However, they might know where to acquire some other stuff.
Ah, okay. Ooh. I was just going to steal something, but...
And I mean, if anything, we could just take the watercraft up to Croat along the river and then seek other transportation there to Roos.
Yeah. But I mean, if they have an airship handy, that wouldn't be a bad idea,
Yeah.
The
The only person I know who wouldn't be able to really help us with on-world transportation, so...
Yeah. I'm better with star sailing, but I do know a little bit about air sailing and water sailing as well. Not as much as some, but how common are aircraft around this world?
They're moderately common. What you're looking at is a lot of Age of Steam style balloon ships.
Okay.
Maybe you'll see a few, I'm brain farting, biplanes, maybe some some triplanes, but not yet any steel covered.
Right.
Yes.
No.
Is there a rogue gambler with an airship who primarily fights with playing cards?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
I mean, 2 out of 3, but so yeah. So I will talk to our friend whose name escapes me, and ask if they have a some sort of air transport that would accommodate 4 people that we could borrow for a quick journey up to Ruth.
Sure. Have at it. Go make your inquiries.
All right. Do you want me to roll something, or do you want to do a scene, or how do you want to handle that?
How do you want to handle that?
Oh, no.
I'm messing with you bad today.
Let's go have a chat.
You can roll for this. You can just roll for this. If you really want to do something, you can roll. Otherwise, yeah,
I mean,
your friend will give you will give you tickets to an airship ride.
Okay. As tempting as it is to try and fast talk them into giving us our own ship, oh yeah, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and mind if I use heart to try and fast talk them?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay. And no modifiers, so 12.
Well, you do get you get a very small airship.
Okay.
What you get is a triplane with 2 seats and 2 straps.
Well, obviously, I'm going to have to fly the thing, so who wants wings?
So you get 1 person on each wing, like a stunt plane, and 2 people flying in the actual in the seats.
This is a recipe for disaster.
I'm guessing that Sophie probably wants a wing, and the beacon doesn't actually have a physical form, so that's probably safest to have her on a wing.
Well, it might be.
I do have a physical
balance.
form. Hard light is a physical form.
Okay, all right. Well,
It might be best to keep the weight balanced, so either the 2 heaviest characters in the middle or the 2 heaviest characters on each wing.
Well, when
It
you
would
think
have
about
to be
the
that
fact
you
that
have missed on the
Elena
wing
is like
because-
7 feet tall.
Yeah, that would be you and Alana because I have to fly the thing and I'm not very large.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Well, then the wing it is.
Yeah,
We'll wing it.
just put the butches on either wing.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
Okay.
So,
Well,
as we're getting ready to take off, I will let Sophie know. So, Sophie, just so you know, if we get into combat, I may have to launch you at someone, and don't worry about it. I've done this a couple of times before.
Oh.
I'll put on the big aviator goggles. All right, contact.
Oh dear.
This is not going to end well.
It might be fine. It might be fine.
I'm all for it.
I love this plan.
I'm cool with it. Yeah, I'm
So-
right outside of plane. I'm good with it. I'll win.
All right.
That was a bad pun.
So
Those are
you
great
all take off, quite literally.
Mhm.
We're going to say nothing bad happens because it's a common travel route. So if you as you see on the planet here, there's a nice yellow line between the two, so you kind of connect to everything. So. And just kind of fly between it quite simply. Pretty straightforward. When you land, however, you don't know where you're supposed to go. You
Yeah,
have
no-
not lined up any place to stay. So, are you going to try and find that bar?
Well, I do have a friend here.
Are you going to try to find the bar?
Yeah, well, let's. I'm going to try and find the bar just from my vague remembrances of being in town. And if I can't find it, then we can ask around a bit, I guess.
Could I roll for another in cartography? Just see what I know about the town?
You could, yeah. All right, and while you're rolling, who is your contact in town again?
My friend in town, her name is Brittany. And this is using my one in every port ability.
Okay.
And how we left things is, well, how was I to know she had a sister?
Oh, that kind of a contact. Okay.
Yeah, exactly that kind of a contact.
It's
Which I believe is the kind of contact I mark an experience for.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
well, I rolled a 7, so I have somewhat accurate information.
So, yeah. Oh, that's just it. That's just a hoot.
And also, you get to tell me what has changed since I've been gone. But I presume that happens when I actually run into her.
Yeah, I will be telling you what has changed since you've been gone here just very, very shortly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not letting me rename this place. There we go. So, you go, you find Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
She slaps you, slams the door in your face, and says, "Talk to Harry."
Okay.
You remember Harry as one of her friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you remember. So you've got to go find Harry.
Okay, and of course I'll stammer excuses at the shut door. It's like it was I never meant to. I'm gonna go now. All right, so Harry, let's go find Harry. I remember a Harry. He was a tall fellow, beard, if I remember right.
Harry was dark-skinned,
yeah,
and typically wearing cornrows.
Yeah. So
that's about all you remember.
That's all. Well, if she was, he probably lives nearby. If we see him, I should remember him if I see him. I think he lived somewhere nearby though. So, so while we're looking around for the bar, I will just keep an eye out for Harry.
Yeah. Harry finds you.
Oh, good.
And she looks very similar to what you remember, but not the same person anymore.
Okay.
So you're fairly certain that you're like, Harry? Yes, that's me. Follow. And drags you off. You come upon a place. It looks very much like a good old-fashioned bar outside, or a good old-fashioned warehouse outside. The same old.
Okay.
Oh.
I do want to make a slight correction that her reaction would be, Harry, you look great. You look fantastic. And usual chat out. I assume she still gets the same cold reaction in return, but Sonia
as a general rule, yeah.
No, that is completely understood.
So Harry leads you into this warehouse where you find what appears to be a very cozy warehouse full of a lot of supplies that don't appear to be perishable. And Harry says, "Welcome to the light of the kingdom."
Huh. It's different than I remember.
Yeah, it's still the same place because you remember it being in this location. You're like,
oh, yeah.
And Harry says, "Look, all I know is somewhere in these boxes is the information you need. I can't stick around. I can't be caught here, but you will see me again later. Bye-bye."
Bye.
And she leaves.
All right. Yeah. So, just as a thought, oftentimes when I meet exes and they have me follow someone else to a secluded location, we're about to be jumped. So someone might want to keep an eye on the door while we start going through boxes. Actually, why don't I keep an eye on the door while you guys go through the boxes?
I'm okay with that.
I don't know why it keeps happening, but it's, it does, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does. So you are all searching through what's left of the light of the kingdom. Feel free to look around, figure out what you're going to do there. Make some rolls if you really want to. Let me know what's going on.
Well, I suppose we should just start with, just a general look around the place, like, what's going on.
Yeah. I'm going to, again, so where are the entrances and exits?
The entrance is at is up at the top.
Okay.
There's just a big door kind of partially blocked by all these metal bars that are lying around at the top. So I didn't get a chance to put in a big giant thing up here, but yeah, there's a door there.
I'll basically be up just to the side of the door, keeping an eye out. And just to clarify, is this a down at the bottom? Is that a grate or a rug?
That's
Bottom
a
right
rug.
corner? Okay.
It's a cozy little rug. Yeah. And those boxes aren't perfectly tight together. There's some gaps, and you can see through, and there's beds in there.
Mm-hmm.
You probably fit through if you all of you could easily fit through and head over there to sleep if you really wanted to. It has been a long day.
So after a while of watching the door, Sonia is going to get bored and come down and look under the rug just to make sure there's no trap door there.
Okay. There's no trap door there.
Okay. She'll wander back.
All right. So in this case, what we're looking at for searching excuse me. Beacon does discover a pile of papers in one of those chests.
Ooh. Okay. This is my specialty.
Almost everything else in there appears to be like parts and maintenance and weapons.
Can I determine what? Is there anything like? I'm trying to think of how to word this. Any of those? Can I make sense of like the parts and stuff, like what they're for?
They appear to be for airships, and maybe space parts. You're not sure. It's like everything. This is like an equipment warehouse. It appears to be, and those the metal bars behind you, the giant I-beam girder type things. Mm-hmm. Those are quite obviously for giant airships, like the interior framework of an airship.
Okay, so I want to investigate the like the papers. What do I see on those? Do I have to roll for that?
No, you're reading through it, and basically it's just references to go farther north is all you can find. So let's have Danny and Juniper also roll just straight wit if you don't have a research move available.
I have tracker.
That'll be helpful soon. Roll straight wit this time, though.
Okay.
Do I need to roll it as well?
Oh wait, no, I have a +1 to that because of another thing, so it's a 9. I don't know if that changes it to an upbeat or not, but
no. Now, don't forget to mark your experience there on your character sheet, Danny, for Alania. Sophie, you are pretty sure you found the right box, but it's locked and you cannot open it.
If only you knew someone who was a thief.
So.
All right. Well, I'll let the party know. It's like, hey, this box over here is locked. It might have what we need in it.
Ooh, gimme. All right, let me take a look at this. And there's no specific roll, so I assume Grace?
Grace would work. Yep, Grace would work to pick the lock.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, this was an older lock. I don't know why they use it, or why anyone thinks it protects anything. Anyway, it's open.
All right. You do find directions to go, but no actual specific, statement of exactly where to go. But you've got better directions than what Ren had been able to dig up. So that's what you've managed to get. Between the two things, you're fairly certain that when we take a look back at the world map, that you're heading up into this territory, somewhere up in here.
Okay.
Into the mountains.
Into the mountains. And you're probably going to have to go on foot.
Is anything in that area, is it charted? Is there any like known landmarks? Or are we discovering this?
Yeah, you have all the old paperwork you can access on it. There is nothing else about it. There's tons of mines on the lower portions of that map, that spot, but nothing that deep into the mountains that you can find. So,
would it be worth doing a flyover just to see what we can see, or do we just want to head out there?
You're pretty sure you won't be able to get a permission to fly over.
Ah, okay. I mean, never stopped me before, but okay.
And depending on how high the mountains are, we may not even be physically able to fly that high.
That's true.
Yeah, especially considering you have a biplane, not an enclosed can.
Yeah.
With two people who are out in the open air. So
Yep.
You've got fur. You were plenty warm. Anyway.
I mean,
I don't always have fur. It's only when I'm in my beast form.
All right. We'll walk like peasants.
All right. So you guys need to get your supplies together.
Yep. And we should probably get a good night's sleep. It's already kind of late in the day.
Mm-hmm.
can I investigate what's in these boxes down here?
Sure. You can dig through it. Everything here is some form of supply for like an airship or weaponry or something of that nature. You're looking through this going, what are they doing?
Sounds like a resistance spot to me. A resistance stash.
Does it look like people have been here recently?
Does it look like people have been here recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anybody in our party good at tracking?
I wonder.
You do have a tracker, so
Yeah,
there you go.
these are definitely beds. The beds have been used. There are, the blankets are constantly put away. There's a dresser with clothes in it, and this little cabinet has dishes in it. So should you have a supply of food to eat?
All right. Well, thanks to my track ability, I can attempt to figure out a person even if they are not present.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to just try and figure out who exactly it was that was here.
All right. Let's make a roll.
All right. So I'll do that with wit because that's higher. No modifiers. Ugh.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
It's empathy, sorry.
They did a really good job of cleaning up after themselves, whoever was here. You're pretty sure that Harry was one of them, but beyond that, you're not entirely certain who anyone else was.
Well, before we sleep, I'm going to use some of these metal bars that are on the floor to basically bar the door so no one can get in without making a lot of noise.
Okay. It's not a bad idea.
And also, go out into town, get some supplies for the trip. Enough food to last for as long as I think it's going to take us. Some warm clothes because we're going up into the mountains.
Okay.
And a couple of packs, that sort of thing.
Sure. Take your time. Get your supplies, your stuff you're gonna need. and then head on out.
Okay. Do we think this is going to be above the snow line?
You have no idea. This is a tropical mountain range, but there is also the chance of snow line being there because it's tall.
Right. Just to be on the safe side, I will grab at least one ice axe and some rope. Because that's useful for all sorts of climbing and such.
Yep. Well, you'll need to share beds, obviously, because it's...
I was going to ask that.
Yep. There's nothing else to sleep on here. They're double wide beds. You can share a bed if you really, really feel like it. Yeah.
Basically, all the only question is who is sharing a bed with Sophie and who's sharing a bed with Alania, because there's no way that those two can share a bed together with how big they are.
I'll share a bed with Sophie.
I guess I'm bunking up.
All right, there you go. You're all set then. Spend the night, relax, sleep well, enjoy yourselves. And come morning, there is, surprisingly, some food on the table. You heard no one come in or leave, but there's like, there's some tiny little cocoa cups, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, that's way too big of a cocoa cup for me to put down there. This mismatched set of chairs and benches that lie around the table are for you.
Well, that's worrisome. I examine the table, see if there's some sort of machinery or something that might do this, or...
We'll give you one giant plate of eggs and hash browns that you can all share. It's basically just, you're pretty sure that whoever came in knows of another way into the warehouse than the big door.
I don't like that. I like to be the one who sneaks in and sneaks out without anyone knowing.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
So it's time to start.
All right.
Can we? I just had an idea. Although,
yeah,
I'm. Maybe it's stupid because it's. Is there potentially anything under the beds?
Nope.
Like a trapdoor.
Nope. Nothing under the beds.
I like to think we would have figured that one out, but probably just a secret door somewhere in one of the walls.
Or the person was small enough and easy and light enough to fit through one of the lights on the upper wall.
Do I think I could?
There's windows in here. Think those old those old 50s basement windows that are like, like this big.
Do I think I could have fit through one of those windows?
If you can get up that high, yeah. They're all like 25 feet in the air, and there's no ladder.
And they're all currently shut?
They're all currently shut.
Okay.
So somebody probably came in through one of those, you think?
Carrying plates of food.
Potentially.
Yeah, that's not creepy. All right.
Well, I mean, carrying some kind of bag or bowls of, bucket of food, because the plates probably came out of the cabinet over here.
Right. Actually, just out of professional curiosity, Sonia will go over and check to see how quietly that cupboard opens and shuts.
Perfectly quiet. Not a squeak. It looks old and ratty, but there is not a squeak in it.
Huh.
So, not from IKEA then.
Well, it could be from IKEA, but it might be, somewhere in the middle. So, yeah, definitely somebody handmade and tweaked it so it reduced any noise it could possibly make.
All right. Well, if they wanted to kill us, they would have killed us in our sleep. So, dig in. And Sonia
right.
reaches into the food.
just goes right in and just takes a big old bite.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all finish eating. Is there anything else anybody wants to do? Let's check in with Danny. I know she's running a little leggy on us, so let's give her a chance to respond here.
I'm trying to keep up with it. My lag is horrible.
That's okay. We'll try and make our best here. So,
All right.
anything you want to do at the moment?
No, I'll just go with the flow with the group.
Okay.
I can't think of anything I'd want to do. It looks like we've investigated all the boxes, and the only papers where we found were those ones, and the stuff that was in the lockbox, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then I can't think of what else we'd want to do. Aside from take another dangerous trip on an airship.
Oh, we're going on foot this time, unfortunately. I don't think I'd be able to find a place to land up there. Oh, needless to say, I am going to take anything small and portable of value.
Of course.
But
Of course.
I didn't think there would be anything like that around.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, it's just reflex to grab anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So, we are looking at everyone here is now heading up into the mountains.
Okay.
And it's a trudge. Mountain climbing is always like this. Take your time. Go slow on the beginning first couple of days, and things get easier. Once you're up into the mountains and actually walking along the ledges, things look pretty good. You know, it works out pretty well. So instead of being like, you know, constantly like this after the first few days, it's more like this as you walk along the open trails and stuff up there. So if you can see my purple lines, that's all what you see. So now with this done, you're all set. Everything's in place. And you guys finally reach a spot really close, and you're getting very warm. And it's getting very bright at night in the area.
That's unusual.
Is
It
it?
is.
But it seems like we're on the right path anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're all hiking up along you're up in this area, right? Up here in this corner. And you're thinking that things are doing okay. Yeah, things are doing okay. Except, you know, you're not 100% certain.
Right.
But it's getting lighter and brighter as you go. At night there's a light constantly going. You are hunting for the Temple of Light, remember?
What's the quality of the light? Is it like, what should I say? Active volcano-y? Or is it more electric light? Is it more just pure white light?
It's somewhere between active volcano and pure white light.
Interesting. Okay.
So kind of like an amber glow, maybe?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to head towards it or avoid it?
Head towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, we should head towards it.
Yeah.
They run towards the danger.
Yes.
But cautiously.
Cautiously
But still towards the danger.
Cautiously towards the danger.
I mean, cautious is a strong term, but yeah.
All right. All right. You arrive at the Temple of Light. And it's a long red path leading into it. So you'll all want to scroll to the bottom of this page. You just got dropped on.
Okay.
You've been walking on something very similar to this for about 10 minutes by this point. And now you aren't actually in the lava. But there's definitely lava.
On either side, that's the orange.
That's the orange. That is definitely lava.
Okay.
There are, standing in front of you after those few minutes, you get close enough to, you're like, oh, nope, we can definitely make them out. There are 4 people in front of you. 3 of them are dressed as guards. 2 as a kind you have never seen before. So you can all see this now.
And this is the guard, right?
This is the guard. They carry swords and shields. They appear, and you know, they're just a little different. They appear to be a little off in some ways, but they're there. Okay? You can close that out if you want to. Standing behind the guards is this guy.
Interesting.
Okay.
Looks like
And again, these are the Imperial uniforms, Imperial armor, not local armor.
Those were Imperials in Imperial armor. And this guy is definitely in what appears to be the Order of the Disciplined uniform.
ooh,
Okay.
looks like Ganondorf, but in Canada.
It's actually Ganondorf, not Ganon the pig man.
That's
Yes.
good. Yep.
Yes. No, he's very large, very you can kind of see the muscles underneath the uniform.
Damn.
Roll20 doesn't let that happen. Not Roll20, but doesn't let that happen in the design with the characters, but that's who's in front of you. The 4th character has a very familiar nicks and dings in the armor.
Would it be a very distinctive dent in her boot, like where she kicked a partner in the head?
She's got a very distinctive dent in her boot, yes. And this is where I must ask the mods to send me a quick message if you have gotten somebody who's dropped in 200 bits, because that character needs a name. It needs it ASAP. Is everybody ready? Refreshed your waters and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because combat's starting.
Wonderful.
Let's roll.
All
Literally.
right. So, typically combat is very loose. And as a reminder, combat is very loose in this game. Does not follow the same strictures as D&D or Pathfinder or any of those, because the system doesn't care who goes first or who goes last. So I typically just let the players run. It does not allow for the GM to control the characters doing their own moves. It's always in response to a mixed or down beat from a player roll. So, fight moves. Who's ready?
Sophie's always ready for a fight.
Yay.
Okay. So we can determine who goes first by grace if you want. That also works.
All right. Well, let's let Sophie go first. But just to set the scene a little bit, basically they saw us sauntering up and then are starting to charge us, or are they just clearly about to attack us?
The 2 guardsmen are like the 2 shield guards have their shields up, swords out. They look like they're used to working in a larger group of phalanx troops.
Right.
Something like a Roman shield wall kind of thing. The guy in the back, who we're just going to call Agent Number 5, is it seems to be wanting to do something more dangerous to you. You're not entirely sure. He is a psionicist or psychic, however you want to describe the power.
Oh, we just lost. No.
Nope, we're all back. Sorry. Psionicist or psychic, however you want to describe the powers. And what we have going is your good friend, whose name you don't know yet, is standing aside with her giant hammer. Looks like she's just going to get ready to wallop somebody like usual, because those giant hammers are and good for that. So she is, however, the helmet, however, scans in and focuses right on you. Even hiding behind two larger people, you can see the helmet tilt down and looks right at you, Sonia.
She'll wave. Hi.
Okay, so pull up your playbooks if you haven't, and we'll get moving on combat. And let's actually start with Sophie, and have Sophie do what she needs to do, and we'll get into the drama in a little bit.
All right. Well, the first thing, as always, I'm going to transform.
Yep, thought you might say that. I'm bringing up the beast.
Okay.
Come on, swap. There we go. Doesn't always let me swap. There you go. Your beast form is here.
Cool. And I rolled an 8 for transform. So,
Yep.
right now, I would say pain is nothing to me. I'm going to ignore the next time I would stagger.
Okay. Sounds good. And let's go to Beacon. Beacon, what are you going to do?
Shoot. I'm going to do compatibility check, which is it says when you become smitten with someone, say why, and give them a string, and answer this question: how are they incompatible with your operating system? And I am directing that towards our dear friend in the back, Cyber Ganondorf.
Okay. Okay.
You
So-
fall in love with.
You are smitten with Agent 5.
Okay.
Yes, I have to say why, and it's the beard. It's the beard.
Beard. It's the
You're smitten because it's the beard, but why are they incompatible with you?
They have to answer that to me.
Oh, they have to answer
No,
that.
you have to answer that.
That's
No,
your-
it says they do.
Oh,
I
it
get
is
to ask
them.
that question to them. Yeah,
Okay.
I get to ask that question of them.
Oh, okay.
Yep. No, that's fine. How am I incompatible with you?
Yes.
Well, he is an agent of the Order of the Disciplined, which means he wants to destroy you because you're the remnant of a planet that they destroyed, that the Empire destroyed, and you're all that's left of it.
but I like a challenge, and I think I can get him to leave his sacred order. I'll roll the dice on this one.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So I guess I could have guessed that about him too, honestly, judging by the clothes.
Yeah.
So let's see here. As far as combat goes, let me take a look. See here. Is he holding anything, or is any of his does he have any sort of specialized equipment, anything like that?
He's got a sword. It's a shorter, much shorter sword than the others are carrying. It's it's got a unique design and curved blade to it, but otherwise nothing really unique that you can tell that stands out.
Okay. Then do I have so this guy it seems like he might have a personal vendetta. If he recognizes me, then that might mean that he was involved with the destruction of my civilization. Can I roll for cartography? I want to roll for cartography to see if I recognize him from my vast stores of information.
Okay. Okay.
So got a 10. I got an upbeat. Yay.
You do recognize him, or at least someone very similar. Since you've been around for a while, you're not sure it's the same being because he's organic and you're not. But somebody who looked almost identical to him definitely led the assault, the assaults on your planet. Like, he was definitely the guy who did that. So
I might have to take back my smitten now that I have this information.
We'll see.
All right. So I guess as far as a actual attack goes, I would like to target this gentleman in the front, the lowlier of the guard, with my
this one?
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
no!
I'm going to roll.
Actually, if I can see her starting to target her, I will say, no, one of the others.
I will look at Sonia in confusion.
What? One of the others. I'll explain later.
So then I instead turn my attention to the guy that is in front of our Agent 5. And I will do Sharp with Numbers, which is my skill with a blade flows from raw strength, not from raw strength, but from mastery of the tactical field before you. And I can roll Spirit to fight instead of Daring.
Yep.
So
That's perfectly fine.
I submit a 7.
All right.
Okay.
Does that mean you've moved up to engage?
Yes.
Yes. Move up to engage. Pick who you're about to attack. This is a mixed beat. So, what do you when you're fighting? You get to pick because it's a fight move. So you get to pick your you get to pick 2. Either flirt with or provoke your opponent and gain a string on them through violence or cutting words, inflict a condition, create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction, and take an object from your opponent to seize a superior position. One of those can happen.
Okay.
Or 2 of those will happen, and 1 will happen to you.
I will provoke this guard.
Okay.
And let's see. I will provoke this guard, and then with cutting words, I will use cutting words to inflict a condition.
All right. So you've got you have a string on this guard right now that you could use later, and you have inflicting a condition through your cutting words. The guard is feeling a little insecure.
Okay. And then
they will take them out, and while you're fighting with them, they do successfully use their skills to also hit you and inflict some damage. So what you're looking at is they are going to be causing maybe a little, making you feel a little angry because they actually hit you. So make sure to mark that condition. All right, and then we're going to roll through to Sonia for the next set of for the next step.
Can I do both a figure out a person and a fight move this round, or would those be 2 separate rounds?
Those will be 2 separate rounds in the end.
Okay, well, in that case,
unless you have a string to spend on this person to figure them out, because you can spend a string too.
But spending a string just gives you a bonus to the figure someone out roll, I thought.
Yeah, does it? I don't remember.
Yeah, it gives you a +3.
Okay.
Which I was planning on doing anyway, because Sonia's roll is not terribly high.
So why don't you do that?
Okay.
Do that one instead.
So the reason why I want to use the fight is because I did not want to leave Beacon up alone after I told her to target someone else. So I definitely do want to move up and do that. But
that would be nice of you.
So basically what I wanted to do is figure out, take a minute to figure out what our old friend, what she's planning on doing in this fight, in general, as I'm moving in.
Okay.
So
what do you roll on that?
So to figure out that with a +3, I am spending that string. Come on, 3 is an 11. So
11,
I lose.
nice upbeat.
Okay, so I lose one of the strings, and I want to find out. Okay, well, first, using my repartee ability, when I figure out a person during a physical conflict, you may additionally ask one of the following questions, even on a 6 or less. And the one I'm going to ask is, what would make you run away with me?
Ooh, okay. What would make her run away with you?
Mm-hmm.
Would probably be the other 3 not being able to report that she ran away with you.
Okay. Consider it done. All right. The other 2 questions are, what are your feelings towards me?
She's a little smitten.
Yay. And, let's see. And what do you love most?
She's very confused about what she loves most.
Okay.
If you had done this, session 1, it would have been definitely the Empire, but she's a little confused right now.
Okay.
Yep. And so you're engaged in basically back and forth, sword fight with her, but
okay.
Words are involved instead.
Yes. I'm keeping her occupied so it doesn't look like she's not trying to kill us while she's not trying to kill us.
Yeah. Now it's Alania's turn. What are you going to do?
Well, I see everybody else fighting. I want to just go ahead and fight. Who cares about learning?
Okay.
Get him!
I am going to go for the gusto. Let me see. Let me see what I can do here. So I will go up to this one here.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do... Let me get back to this for a second. Let's do... I want to try... When you seek to... I'm going to try to incapacitate him with the fight.
Okay,
move.
so you're going to want to inflict... you're going to try and inflict a...
Condition
on him?
Yes.
Okay. So roll your fight, and we'll see what you can do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that to it? Is that,
No, you gotta roll the. You gotta click the die.
Sorry, wrong one.
Yeah, it's just right next to it.
Well, I clicked it, but it. Okay.
You click the thing next to the die. You want to click the die themselves.
Let's do spirit.
Yeah, because you can do daring or grace for a fight move.
No, you don't do spirit.
That was
Unless you
specific
have an
to.
ability that lets you do it.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You rolled fight and you got a 12.
Okay.
So,
No worries. You've got +1s in everything except heart, so there wouldn't be any difference between daring, grace, or spirit in this case. So
True.
you've got a 12, which means you get to apply 3 things to your fight here. It's so choose 3, and your opponent chooses 1 to apply to you. So basically, you can flirt and provoke. Using words and whatnot, or through violence and cutting words, inflict a condition, create an opportunity for an ally. Don't know what that was. Or take an object from your opponent to seize a superior position. We've been allowing against mooks the ability you to inflict a condition twice, because it only takes 3 conditions to knock out a mook. If somebody's at mook level, they get knocked out pretty quickly that way.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is flirt and provoke the opponent.
Okay.
Then I'm going to inflict a condition.
Yep. You can make them angry, frightened, guilty, hopeless, or insecure.
Frightened. Let's do frightened.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are basically a 7-foot-tall Valkyrie. That's kind of frightening.
Do it. And then I'm going to try to seize a superior position and take an object from them.
Okay. Okay.
Which one of those are you doing? It's
I'm
or.
sorry.
Yeah, there's an or.
To this one right here. Is that correct?
No, are you trying to seize a superior position, or are you trying to take an object from them?
Oh, take an object. I'm sorry. I knew what I was doing.
Are you going to take their shield away? Is that what you're doing?
Sure, that would be great.
That would definitely make them frightened. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That person is now very, very frightened.
7 foot tall winged lady just walks up to you and just kind of and then rips the shield off your arm.
Yeah. That would be terrifying.
Like, oh shit.
We're going to put the broken shield tag that they have on there to show that person lost their shield. So they are a little more vulnerable than they would normally be in their fighting style. So now we roll back to Sonia. Not Sonia, but Sophie. Sorry. Sophie,
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go right after Golden Ganondorf here.
Okay. Basically, bloop over the tops of everybody with a giant leap.
Yes, I straight up jump over them, and I'm going to go directly after him, and I'm going to fight him. Okay. So that's a mixed beat.
It's a mixed beat. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to first try and seize a superior position against him.
Okay.
Basically, I want it I want my leap to basically try and knock him down.
Okay. Sure.
Just to or knock him back even. Just
Okay.
to try and make him a bit.
You've hit him and you caused him to stagger backwards, physically moved.
Yes.
Okay. And what is your next condition, or your next thing that you're doing?
After I knock him back, I'm going to use cutting words to inflict a condition. and I'm going to say, your guards aren't very good at their job, are they?
What condition are you inflicting with that one?
I think I'm going to make him angry.
Okay. All right. Okay. You have definitely made him angry. Just a moment. So he in response does get to respond basically the same kind of thing you do. He lashes out and attacks you. Basically, psychic, just a huge attack back at you as part of the situation. And he's inflicting a condition on you. And he's going to be inflicting... He's going to make you feel frightened.
Okay. That's annoying, but okay.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to that, when he smacks you, there is a chunk of the wall, or chunk of the spot you're standing on, that just becomes just... So this... Is that visible? That's not very visible. Dagnabbit. Hang on. I'm going to put something else in place for that, because I don't have a lava token in this setup. So we're going to use this little star. And this little star. Both of those pieces of floor just broke.
Okay.
When he did that move. It just shattered them as much as it hit you.
Okay. That normally would have caused me to stagger, but because of my transform, no,
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
No, this doesn't cause a stagger yet. That wasn't a staggering move.
Okay.
So this isn't a stagger action yet, but
Okay.
now now we're with Beacon. What is Beacon doing this time?
Do those broken parts of the floor hinder my ability to change targets and attack Cyber Ganondorf?
Yeah.
Does he have a name yet?
Agent 5.
Agent 5, okay. Okay, so then instead...
I must admit,
do I need
Cyber
to be
Ganondorf is a pretty good name for him, but he's Agent 5.
Agent 5, okay. Sorry, I will use Agent 5. So, do I need to be standing next to Agent 5 to use a special move on him?
Depends on the special move.
I have a special move called Call on a Toxic Power.
Yes.
Ooh.
In this case, you would need to be near him to do that.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I'm going to fight the gentleman in front of me.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll. I'm going to do so with my sharp with numbers.
Okay.
So I'm rolling for spirit instead of.
Yep.
And because the laws of probability hate me.
All right. Well, mark down an experience.
That hurts. That doesn't help you much. Because this one's all me. So in this case, what you're looking at is the shield guy just takes a double smack at you. He smacks your sword out of the way, cuts, and then comes back to his tight defensive position, inflicting insecure. You're now feeling a little insecure. as well. So now you have 2 conditions.
Okay, well, tell you what, things haven't been so good for me.
Yep.
I think I am going to say that's the end of my turn here.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Sonia.
Okay, I'm going to use a fight move, but I want to basically telegraph to her that I'm not trying to hurt her. I'm basically my whole plan is to give her an excuse not to be in this fight. So I'm going to try and disarm her, and so on. So let me do a fight move here. That's with Grace. No modifiers. Ah! Of course. All right.
Okay.
I have a plan for if it had worked.
We're going to come back to what happens to you.
Okay.
Alania, what is your second move?
My second move is the guard that I'm in front of and that I took the shield from. I want to entice.
Okay.
Oops, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Ooh.
All right. All right. So, using entice, you get a string on them, and they get to choose which one of the ones that occurs to them. They are going to get really flustered and awkward. They're like, but big, beautiful woman likes me? What? How?
She likes me and she's not going to kill me right now? After
total confusion. If you've ever seen the useless lesbian trope, when you see like the big buff woman, that's this guard pulls that off. You don't know who they are, but they are definitely useless around you right now.
I'm terrified and aroused.
And then we're gonna jump back to Sophie.
Okay.
For another move, and then we're going to resolve what happens with with Sonia's situation.
Okay.
All right, I am going to attempt to figure this guy out.
Okay. Okay. That works?
Yep. So I will roll. I do not have any modifiers against figuring out a person, right? Yeah, no, that's if I'm angry. Okay.
That's okay.
I'm just making sure.
You are frightened, so -2. Uh-oh.
But that's only if I was fighting. I'm figuring out a person.
Yeah.
Well, this is still in the same fight. It's
Yeah.
still in the same situation, so.
Yeah, but it's -2 to fight moves, not to figuring people
is it
out.
specifically fight moves?
It's a -2 to fight. I'm assuming yes.
Yeah.
The one that's to figure out a
angry
person is angry is
Yeah.
I don't know why it added that, but it's whatever.
But it's not affecting your roll at all, so it's still a mixed beat.
Yes.
All right, so you get to ask 2 questions of the that you want the answers to.
Okay, and I I also get to ask additionally, because of the bloody truth, when you figure out a person in a physical conflict, you may additionally ask one of these questions even on a 6-.
Yep.
That question will be, what awakens the beast inside you?
Okay. This person, Agent 5, what you think it's fighting awakens the beast in this person. He's just gone all out, tacking, tearing, like shredding people. He just feels like he's the kind of person who's about to do something very, very dangerous. And your
yes, and then I get 2 of the regular questions.
Yep. So you get, yeah. So you may get you can ask the other question from your playbook as well for free as part of this.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
just
not going to
not
ask that one.
Okay.
What do you hope to get from working with the Empire like this?
Control of everything.
How would you feel if I took away that control?
In response to that, this is how we resolve what happens to. So this is how we respond to what happens to Sonia. He steps forward, grabs the guy who stopped fighting out of total flustered, grabs him, just basically picks him up by the middle of his armor, tosses him. He hits our guard that Sonia's been flirting with. She staggers into Sonia, and Sonia staggers and hangs on the edge. As he's picking up and throwing the guy, Agent 5 says, "And what do you hope to gain from resisting us?"
A better world.
Galaxy.
Galaxy, yes. A better galaxy.
Yeah. Better galaxy.
Universe.
Okay. All right. So, let's have Danny. Can you roll me a D4 on just a random D4 on the off the chart on the side there? Evens, he falls in. Odds, he lands back on the platform for the guard that got Chuck.
Oh, I rolled it like
3 times.
way too many
We'll
times.
take
Sorry
the first
about that.
one. Evens, he fell in.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
Very golem-esque melting because that metal armor probably got really hot.
Technically, I think I'm here right now.
Yeah, you're floating, kind of. So now we have a reaction move. You're being held in place
Okay.
by a hammer. The hammer is behind your head, and you're holding your muscles very tightly to not fall in. It's like angled so that like it's hooked on your shoulder. The hammer is like out this way.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see 2 hands holding you in place.
Okay. Well, if it's my turn, I am going to basically grab onto the hammer that's behind me and then basically sort of swing back and up and try and do a flip onto the bridge, which I think is a defying danger roll. Or defying disaster roll.
This is a defy disaster roll. You must absolutely roll defy disaster.
And it's, I believe I can use grace for that.
Yeah, you typically can, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
Swiftness or elegance, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yep.
that kind of fits what's going on here. Let me just find Defy Disaster here. And I'm using not Daring, but Grace. And I do not get any bonuses. So, let's find out what happens. Yay!
Yay!
That's very upbeat.
That's a very upbeat. You have defied disaster.
Yay.
You do it with style.
Yes.
And you've now you did in this situation learn new information.
Okay. Which is yes.
You've learned that Agent 5 doesn't care about the guards at all.
Uh-huh.
So you've got two remaining guards. Well, you've got two remaining guards, one of whom was flirting with you, and Agent 5. So now we're rolling into Beacon's turn, because we haven't done Beacon for this round, and then we will do Alania.
I move on my good friend Agent 5.
Uh-huh.
And I use my special move, Call on a Toxic Power.
Okay.
Which is when you parlay with a toxic power, ask it your question, and roll plus spirit. If I get a 10,
Yep.
answer. So my roll is, come on, I need a good roll. Come on, please. Yay!
Yay.
All right.
Okay.
And what is your question?
My question for Agent 5 is, what work is he doing for the Sigil Imperium, or in this case, the
Order of the Disciplined.
The Order of the Disciplined, either or. What is he doing? What work is he doing for the Order of the Disciplined in this lava mountain volcano location?
Well, he's looking to gather the skills that are taught in this location. The moves, effectively. Just like if you look in your journal, remember how you have a way of the flowing move? Just pop that up for everyone to see. You can zoom in if you want to.
Mhm.
It says, the flow provides you with the ability to create an opportunity for another player from afar. That is you're utilizing that ability. Basically, he wants to learn those things. That's the work he's doing that the Order of the Disciplined wants, because the Sigil Imperium gives them the strength to go learn these things, to take the temples.
Dang it, that was the one question I got, too.
Mhm.
I don't know yet if he's actually even been successful in learning it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we know why he was here. And +1 forward to act on the information.
So you're going to want to record that you have +1 forward for anything involving learning about the Sigil, the Order of the Disciplined, and the temples.
Okay.
It means you get to use it and the next time it comes up as a roll in the future. It probably won't come up this session, but it might next, and that's important to record that. All right, so that's your move. Alania, what are you going to do?
I'm going to, the one in front of me, I'm going to try to figure out this person.
The guard over here, the one that's left? Not the one with the hammer that's been flirting with Sonia the entire time?
The one that's right in front of me. Oh. They left. What the hell?
He got thrown in the
Oh,
lava.
sorry.
Yep.
I missed that. I had my other deal up. So can we move here and do it to this one right here?
Yep.
Okay. Let me pull this back up again. Hold on 1 second. So I want to. This is a new person. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Yeah, I want to figure them out.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go.
All right, you got an upbeat. That's good.
Okay, so I'm going to ask 2 questions. And my first question is, what are your feelings towards me?
This person does not like you.
So my second question, how can I get you to change your mind about me?
You'd have to surrender and stop trying to prevent the Sigil Imperium from doing what it wants.
Wow. Can he see the scowl on my face now? Horrible.
Yeah, I mean, this is, they're very toxic, wants to control everything, colonizing worlds and destroying cultures kind of people. So it's not a good thing.
Okay.
All right. We've come through. We're back to Sonia.
All right. I don't like being thrown into lava, so I'm going to go ahead and move up and do a fight move on Agent 5 here. And so that's here. And new modifier. All right. So the first thing I do, basically, standard move of run up, slide between his legs, punching up as I go under, inflicting the condition of he's already angry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's already angry.
In that case, insecure. Why not?
Okay.
And because normally you don't have that kind of thing happen. Once I'm up, actually I'm going to move so I'm actually behind him. I'm going to take something from him. Normally I would go for a money pouch, but I'm going to see if he's got like a satchel of documents or anything like that on him.
He has nothing on him but his sword.
Then I take that.
Okay. Okay.
And because it's not as good as mine, I will toss it in the lava.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not happy right now. Anyway, and then I will create. With all this going on, I think that creates an opportunity for Sophie.
For me against
Agent number 5 there.
Yep, it does. You get a free move on Agent number 5. However, Agent number 5 does manage to land a blow after you steal his sword across Sonia's face and calling out that you are short and worthless and will never be strong enough to beat him, making you feel insecure.
I mean, I knew I was short, but hey.
He's mean.
He
doesn't care. He's inflicting the condition insecure on you. Yeah, that's why you threw his sword in the lava.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to use the opportunity that I've been given against our dear friend, Agent Number 5.
Mhm.
And by dear friend, I mean someone who we all hate. And I am going to fight him.
Okay.
Which unfortunately will have a -2 because I am frightened, but ugh.
Ooh.
Make
However-
sure you mark that experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, I am going because I am not happy that he just hit my friend. I am fighting ferociously, and
Okay.
I am willingly marking an extra condition to choose an option from the fight.
Okay.
So I am now angry.
Okay. And you're inflicting a condition on him.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, he's already angry and insecure. So,
Okay. So I'm gonna try and make him feel guilty. I'm gonna be like, she may be short, but at least she's a better fighter than you.
well, he gets to mess with you quite strongly in this one, unfortunately. And as you are the beast, and you have issues with your inner beast not being accepted by a lot of people, he's going to just pummel you emotionally about how you are worthless and never be accepted by anybody unless you're useful to them in a fight, and how wrecking things is the only thing you're going to be able to do in a matter of time. All you're going to be is just destructive. And he's just laying into you. What conditions do you currently have marked?
I'm currently angry, frightened, and insecure.
Oh yeah, he's definitely making you feel a little guilty. In fact, let's call this such an emotional pummeling because he's putting his emotions into his psychic powers that you are staggering.
I am not staggering. I ignore
You're
the
right,
stagger.
but you are still marking guilty.
Yes. Yes. So I don't have to take the stagger reaction.
No, you do not have to take the stagger reaction. So,
Okay. Well, that was part of my opportunity move against him.
Mm-hmm.
But because I have yet to feel hopeless, I still have a bit of hope. For my regular move, I'm gonna move over to our guard friend that we know, and I'm going to call on a toxic power.
okay. Okay.
And I'm basically going to ask, why do you still serve them? Why do you still work with the Order of the Disciplined when they send you out to die for them like this? And I do currently have a +1 for the information that Imperium guards have been sent by the Order of the Disciplined without their higher-ups' knowledge.
Yes, you did have a +1 forward on that.
So
Okay.
I would like to use that +1 now on this call on a toxic power.
Roll
Spirit.
to your spirit.
Yes, and that would be a +1. Ooh,
That doesn't look right.
that definitely doesn't look right.
No, you there's a missing number in there. It's a
Oh.
0 plus blank
Here,
plus.
let me unmark the fright fighting because I have a feeling that's messing with the modifiers and such. So Yeah, there's things not working there. So let's try that again. I have a +1.
There we go.
Wow. Okay. That's the
Now
max I could have rolled.
make sure you remark your frightened, because that's hitting that's showing up on. I'm sorry. I'm not sure exactly what fell over, but we're emptying out your room, Juniper, so it's kind of
okay.
behind the screen.
Sorry.
Make sure you remark that frightened, and you can call on a toxic power. They will answer a question.
Yes.
So
which
your
was
question.
Why are you still fighting for them?
Yep. I don't know. It's my job right now.
Doesn't have to be.
And that's now you do get a +1 forward to act on the information, and the information will come up in the future on why the Sigil Imperium works with the Order of the Disciplined.
Okay.
Because the guards don't trust the Order at all. You basically I don't know. It's my job. Like, we're told to, but none of us like it.
So
none of us like it was the key word there. So now none of the guards like working with the Order of the Disciplined. The Sigil Imperium guards are a little unsure about it.
So +1, the Imperium is working with the Order, and none of them like it.
Yeah, none of the guards like it, at least. So
okay. Okay.
All right. So now we're going to go to the next person on our turn, and it's Beacon's turn.
And Ren, you are muted.
She's on mute.
Sorry about that. I was muted. Didn't realize that. I'm moving down, and I am going to offer emotional support to Sophie, because Sophie had a couple of conditions that last round, didn't she?
Yeah, I'm at 4 conditions right now.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and offer some emotional support for Sophie.
Okay.
And I
okay.
will, and give me a second here. I am going to roll for Spirit.
Okay.
And
if you have a string on Sophie,
I don't.
Okay.
I have a string on Beacon, but not the other way around.
No,
I got
that way.
I got a mixed beat, so they get to choose one.
If they choose to open up to you, yes.
Yes, if they choose to open up to me.
So how are you attempting to emotionally support me?
What is the conditions that you have?
Everything except for hopeless.
Everything except for hopeless. Okay. I give you a reassuring I put my hand on your shoulder reassuringly, and I look you directly into the eyes, and to show you my confidence, and say there's no need to be afraid. We're going to get out of this okay. I've got your back. To attempt to cure you of your frightened status.
Okay. Does Juniper... So Juniper, does Sophie accept and open up with that?
No.
That's fair. I've been kind of useless in this fight so far.
No, this is purely from Sophie's perspective. Nothing to do with roles going on. After that literal mental battering, and then my attempt to try and get one of them on our side that doesn't appear to have worked yet. Not working. She just wants to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and that counts as my turn then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's your turn.
Okay.
It is now Alania's turn.
So I'm gonna do a fight move with my negative friend here in front of me.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt real quick, but because of all of the feelings and shit going on in pardon my French, in Sophie's head right now, it's going to inadvertently decrease my feral, causing me to transform back into my normal state.
Okay.
So
You are
I go back down to
No,
one
no.
feral.
Yes. I'll bring that to you in a moment.
Yes. Sorry. I was double checking what caused my feral to decrease. I'm just like, I feel like this is something that would do that. So
Yep. And that's fine. And we'll get you back here in a moment. There you go. Now you are just a normal person
with
with
fox ears and
fox
tail
ears.
and a tail and sharp teeth, but
All right. Now it is. Yep. So Alania, you are attacking this person. You said.
Attack. He done pissed me off now.
Okay.
Mixed beat. So choose two and your opponent chooses one. I'm going to inflict condition 2 times.
Okay. This mook is down. That was the third condition inflicted. The mook is gone. That's what we do with mooks. Now we're back to Sonia, who is standing alone against the big hulking.
Oh, I'm going to fight. Because at last check, I was behind this fellow, which is my preferred place to fight from. So let's go ahead and roll that. Excellent. So what everyone hears is, "You dick! Look what you did to Sophie!" Stab.
Okay.
And so I'm definitely inflicting a condition. I want him frightened.
Okay.
And because he's not a mook, I can't inflict 2 conditions, correct?
He's not a mook, cannot inflict 2 conditions.
Right. So the second thing I'm going to do is I am going to let's see. I've already got everything off of him. I am going to get a string on him by provoking him.
Okay.
And I'm going to seize a superior position by maneuvering him to the edge of the bridge.
Okay, so you're basically just forcing him over here.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And then he gets 1 to me.
Now.
I'm sorry. One other thing that does happen, because of my impressive swords play, whenever I roll a 7+ to fight, I may gain a string on someone who is present and ask their player what about me has impressed or intrigued them. I am doing that with our friend in the dented armor.
Okay. You're so sassy. and confident, despite all the shit it goes wrong. She's intrigued with you.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, now reaction, because he still gets to do one against you.
Mm-hmm.
So this particular NPC does have special abilities because he is a special NPC. And his ability is in reaction to you. He's going to inflict a condition.
Okay.
What conditions do you have available?
I believe the only one I had was insecure.
Okay.
Wait, actually, did I have any conditions?
You got at least one.
Okay, if I did, then it was insecure.
Yeah, so
yeah, I need to mark that
he's
down.
going to inflict hopeless on you,
Okay.
but with just mentally bearing down all, like, just you get smacked with a general concept of how powerful the Sigil Imperium is and how strong how many more agents there are behind him that are stronger, and just kind of smacks you really hard with that mental image. And now you have two conditions, and you are now staggered. And when you stagger, this is going to result in you doing one of three things. You will either, you get to choose, you'll lash out at someone whose regard matters to you, provoke them to do something foolish or harmful, or take advantage of a string on them, if you have one. You will hesitate or stumble, and the opposition gains an opportunity. Or you grin and bear the blow, marking 2 additional conditions.
None of those are good.
No.
Let me see just for a second here. All right. I am going to, under the weight of all this pressure, lash out at Beacon and use a string that I have on her. And I'm going to say, not that. I'm gonna say,
Sorry.
Infinite dagger!
I'm
For
sorry.
God's sake, stop talking to them and hit this guy.
You are now, you've spent your string is gone.
Yep.
So you use the string, and that's going to and Beacon.
How could you?
Sorry.
Basically,
I think that I would think that would inflict the guilty on me.
that might make you feel guilty. Yeah.
It doesn't say it.
If you're willing, if you want to take us, if a player thinks an action causes a condition, it's perfectly fine to take it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that makes me feel guilty.
Okay.
Was not my intention.
But
as a
you
player,
do gain 1 XP if you choose to go and attack immediately.
I do go and attack immediately.
Okay. So you gain 1 XP, and you can move up and attack him.
And I will use, of course, my delightful sharp with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Boy,
Oh. Well, you're getting lots
Nice.
of XP today.
the dice don't like me.
Yeah.
You gain another XP. That's always good. Lets you buy more stuff. And stuff. So with the extra moves that the game is providing you as part of this plot, yeah, it's kind of useful. So basically, you come in, you try to stab him. He's just going to backhand you so hard you land way over here, and you are now frightened. Just smacks you hard. You aren't even a real thing. Pathetic.
And
All right.
I'm feeling that one.
Now we're back to where we're gonna let Alania go.
One last fight move on Mr. Man in front of me there.
Oh,
This
My friend.
yeah. On Agent
move
5.
you up, and you're gonna hit the big guy, huh?
Did he miss again? Hold on 1 second. Every time I have this other one open, I don't have it open. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay.
He's the only one left.
We'll go with him.
Effectively.
That'll be my tactic move. Hold on 1 second. Let me get back into this. So I will do. Let's do it. Let's do a fight move with him.
Okay.
Ooh. We cannot roll against this guy.
I guess not.
Boy, hold on.
He's going to pick,
not y'all, by the way.
he's going to pick you up
Of course he is.
because you
Oh,
are
yeah.
so small. You are so huge, and he picks you up
Hmm.
and just kind of laughs in your face because you couldn't even touch him, and he just throws you back. All right, I'm going to call it here. 2 more moves. You guys have 2 more moves to knock him into the lava, or he escapes.
Ooh.
Okay. How many conditions does he currently have?
Like 4, 5.
Okay.
He's been hit quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think it's Sophie's turn.
Yes, it would be my turn right now. Okay. I'm going to attempt one more time to call on a toxic power with our friend here, because I want her to help us get him, you know.
Okay. Okay.
If you hate working with them so much, then help us get rid of him. And
right.
I have the +1 for the guards not liking working with them.
Yep. So roll.
Okay. Spirit.
Make sure you can, because when you roll, you can always enter in that manual +1. So that's useful for you there.
+1.
Yay!
Yay.
She does it. And she hits him. Like she said, she kicks Sonia's feet out from under her. And you land flat on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
As the hammer flies just over where your head was moments before to smack him square in the chest.
Oh.
I knew I was right to love her. Or them, I should say.
He falls backwards. He doesn't stop himself. But she falls back herself, clutching her head, ripping off the helmet. No, I don't have a picture of her yet for you, so you'll have to wait to see. Now, Agent 5 died.
He's alive.
Yay.
Number 5 is not alive. Number 5 just burnt up.
Number 5
miss
is
him.
not alive.
So now you have a single guard who is quite obviously just betrayed everything she stood for and not feeling very well. And several of your team members are not feeling well. but you need to get the books, the information out of here so that they cannot use it again.
So I'm going to basically roll over to the guard because we're both on the ground right now, and just sort of be like, put my hands on either side of her face, say, hey, it's okay. He's gone. You're okay.
Okay, so you roll for providing comfort.
Okay.
Which, is...
I'm not sure how good I'm going to be at the moment, but let's find out.
Remember, you can always spend a string to increase your roll. Provide emotional support.
I'm just trying to figure out which... Oh, good. I do not have a minus to that right now. But yeah, my let's see, wait, what is... emotional support. Heart or spirit? I'll do heart, and... I'll just do it straight.
Okay.
Oof. Nope.
No, she doesn't respond. She's just shut down completely right now.
Her and me both.
Yeah.
No, like, she's in a ball crying on the floor, and you're still able to move. So she's emotionally in worse shape right now. So that kind of tells you something about what, how strong of a death blow she got in the head.
Right. Sophie, are you okay?
I will be once this is over.
All right. Let's get everyone here. Alania, can you come over here and help me get her into the? And by the way, is it her? What are
we're using her? It is she, her. You feminine face, but you still haven't actually learned this individual's pronouns.
Okay, I'm just in a meta sense. I would like to use the right pronouns. So we'll go with she, her for right now. So Alania, can you help me carry her into the temple?
Sure.
All right, everyone, we should get off this bridge. The holes in the bridge do not make this thing look real stable.
Earth.
All right. So when you go in, let's see. The northernmost entrance is the library. The western path leads to an armory, and the eastern path leads to a bunch of beds.
Let's get her into a bed. And if possible, I'm going to basically I'm going to get her out of the armor so she's more comfortable, provided she's wearing something underneath. Because I think Sonia is being a lady about this.
Oh, I don't mind if she's wearing anything or not.
Okay, so we're going to grab and we'll pull all of you onto the bed section.
Oh.
And go from there. All right, here you all are in this section. You may rest if you want here. It might be a good idea.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot of conditions. I need to...
Yeah.
I do as well.
And I will actually go over, after I make sure she's as comfortable as she can be, I'm going to go over to Sophie. Actually, so... Who all got really beat up in that? I have a couple of conditions, but I know, like, Sophie got really beat up. Alania, did you also take some? Okay. And Ren, you took a few?
Yeah. You did some of the beating up on me there.
I did? Oh, right. Yes. Sorry. It was stressful, and I'm sorry.
So I'm going to have everybody roll a... So you're going to roll for emotional support, which is heart or spirit. I want everyone to roll it who's involved in trying to comfort other people.
Okay.
So what do we? I'm sorry. What do we roll?
Heart
either
or
heart-
spirit?
Heart and spirit.
Oh,
Heart
jeez.
or
We suck at this. We are not.
I am a
sharing people.
machine. I am a machine, and I'm only learning about emotions right now. So I'm still
oh
new
my
to
god. Okay.
See, Alania
Yay.
knows what she's doing.
Who is Alania trying to emotionally support?
Yes. Who are you supporting? Anyone? Everyone? Which specific person? What?
Everyone. Let's do
Okay.
everyone.
Everyone may clear one condition.
Yay.
I'm clearing the angry condition.
I got a 7-foot heart of gold. Are y'all kidding?
I am
Yeah,
no longer hopeless.
Oh my god.
I am no longer feeling frightened now that the bad guy is dead.
Yeah, that's a good condition to clear because the bad guy is dead. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, we move on to the next section. Y'all have taken some rest. It's been overnight. However, you know, you're still kind of in a heightened emotional state. Most of you haven't really successfully cleared anything beyond that. So, and Sonia's the woman Sonia wants to be her girlfriend is still laying in bed. I advise you guys to go find any books. Please, who's going to go search?
I will.
I feel like I should stay back and keep an eye on her just in case.
Okay, so the other three of you will keep traveling around and look.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
I want to finish this mission and get out of this temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and just from a meta perspective, if it's if the GM says it's okay, you can just leave here and go on with the rest of the adventure, that I will listen. But I just from a narrative point of view, she would stay back.
Nope, that's fine. We'll leave you here. It's no big
Okay.
deal. Who are you guys going to search the armory or the library?
I want to search the library.
Anybody else want to search the library?
I want to go to armory.
We're splitting the party. Gotcha.
And which one are you doing?
I'm gonna follow Beacon to the library.
Okay. Just a moment here. And the two of you are now in the library. Please roll me your search. So wit works perfectly well for that. For Sophie as we get through this.
You said what?
Wit.
Hush
yes.
phone. Oh, downbeat.
I got a mixed beat.
Those comments keep on coming. I love that. Oh,
It's happening at like the perfect times,
it
honestly.
is, really. It's like it's preemptive. I'm pretty positive.
Dan just has impeccable timing, okay?
All right. So what do downbeat and a mixed beat? So basically, in this situation, Sophie, you walked over here and you said, screw it, sat down in the chair and didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, that's about it right for right now.
Mhm.
Yep. So you found, in this beacon, you found like 6 books that could have the answers that you need, but you're not sure which one is which, so you kind of got to take them all. You're going to need to look through them more later to figure out which one is exactly the right one.
Okay.
All right. And then now we will let you two do to your searching. And we'll hop over here to the west temple, the west portion of the Light Temple. And let Alania search through There are a few weapon racks. The forges are still kind of lit. Mostly you think it's because they're basically lava run, not anything else. But it's literally a giant smithy. There's a small number of weapons kept here. They seem to be the highest quality of ancient weapons that are starting to rust, but for the most part, quenching barrels,
moisture to rush,
spots and whatnot. So, feel free to give it a search. See if you find anything special.
Well, let's check the rack. Let's just see if we can find anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, roll your wit.
All right.
You find 3 swords marked with the crest, the royal crest of Folkwagner, where we're at, and they are in different stages of repair or disrepair, and you're not sure what to do with them because only the royal family should have these, so maybe this was where they were made at one point. You're not sure, but it might be worthwhile to claim them.
Well, I mean, if you're going to tempt me to claim them, then I am definitely going to claim them.
Okay. And that's going to lead us to you guys needing to start hiking through the woods, hiking through the mountain soon. Although you're not entirely sure, do you need to? Yeah?
Since I've been left alone with the guard, I am going to try emotional support again.
Okay.
And I have an ability, which is shiny and new. When you give or receive emotional support in an intimate moment with someone new, you each mark XP or clear a condition. So I'm giving emotional support, and this time, instead of being in the midst of a crowded battlefield, it's us alone in bed, basically. But it's going to be the same thing. Hey, everything's okay now. You're safe.
Okay.
Time to get up.
Okay.
You can come back to us.
Okay. Well, that'll clear her condition.
Okay. Do you want me to make the roll here?
Yes, you need to make the roll.
There we go. And
Mixed
so
beat.
on a mixed beat, I believe so.
In this
Well,
case,
first of
we're
all,
just going to
it's
clear their
separate.
condition.
Huh?
In this case, I'm declaring their condition.
Okay.
So,
And so she accepts the comfort.
Yep.
All right. They choose. Yep. They choose one, so they clear 2 conditions then. Okay. And I also clear my other condition and mark
Yep.
XP.
so you're all set.
Mm-hmm.
As she comes out of it, she curls up against you, sobbing, as she says, "I've lost everything I was, everything I've done. It's gone."
I put my arm around her and let her sob into my chest and say, sometimes that's the best thing that can happen. You have a chance to be who you were always meant to be.
And she just stays there, sobbing, and keeps saying she doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know what to do. Takes a little while for this to calm down. Basically, from the moment they leave they take the path off, that's what it is.
Right. And
takes about 10 minutes of solid sobbing.
yeah, I let her, and I'll just make comforting noises, and if she seems to respond well to me sort of stroking her hair and making comforting gestures and such, then I will absolutely do so. But I'm going to sort of be guided by what she seems to need.
Okay. All right. So we're going to swing back to Juniper and Beacon. You've found your books, Beacon. You know you're going to need to look through them later, take a little extra time. What are you going to do for Sophie?
I'm going to go up to Sophie, and I am going to I want to offer gosh, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. I want to offer emotional support.
Yep.
Again. And I'm kind of thinking a very similar kind of situation. We're not in the heat of battle anymore. Everything's kind of slowed down. Heart rates are dropping. I am, and part of the reason that I want to offer emotional support is because I am still feeling guilty.
Okay.
Which is also going to make it harder for me to offer emotional support. The irony is just profound. And
yeah.
I got. Wait, did I not do it? Hold on. Oh, emotional support using. Wait, hold on. Okay, my bad. That's what I was doing wrong.
Yep, heart or spirit, either one.
There we go. Oh, I'm terrible at this. I shuffle my feet aimlessly and stare at my toes and kind of do one of those like I'm kind of want to reach out. Have you played the new God of War game where you like Kratos is like always like just about to touch his son on the shoulder, but then like pulls back? I do one of those.
Juniper, how does Sophie respond at all to this very confused and guilty-looking being of solid light? I can't hear you, Juniper.
I was muted. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna go over to Beacon. I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I'm gonna do in this current situation is try and figure her out.
Okay. Okay. Roll.
Okay. I do have a -2 to this because I'm still angry. But
so roll your wit.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
That is a solid roll.
Even after the -2. Yeah. Okay. So I get to ask 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
What are your feelings towards this situation we're in?
Well, I'm still feeling optimistic that we're making progress and that we're figuring stuff out. And I'm hopeful that we can have answers, that we'll find our answers, and that we'll find what we're looking for. but I'm also feeling really guilty and upset with myself for how I performed in the fight, and especially because I got yelled at by Sonia, and I'm just feeling really insecure about that. And I'm feeling especially bad because it's pretty much my whole purpose is to help people and fight the Sigil Imperium, and I've appeared to be doing a really bad job at it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the playbook real quick. I will ask how would you feel if I helped you out? Meaning, like, try to, you know, being that fighting seems to be the one good thing that I can do, maybe I can help, you know, help you to learn how to hold your own better.
I would really like that. And especially if it means getting to spend more time with you and getting to know you better.
I'm going to attempt to pull Beacon into a hug.
Okay. That's emotional support. Roll it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do this one with heart. And I am going to spend my string to get a +3.
Okay.
So, in essence, it's a +1 now.
Yep. Because that angry will still keep hitting everything.
Yes.
Wait, but that includes the +2, so it should actually be a 7, right?
Right?
You put it in a plus. Wait, did you put it in a +1 or a +3?
Okay, so no, it was a 5 on the die.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that would be -2 +3. So it should be.
But I think the 5 includes the -2.
When you hover over, it tells you what the 2 dice rolled. It would they rolled
so
a 3
there's
and a 2.
The 3 and a 2 to get to 5, and then there's a -1 and a +1, but it shouldn't work that way. So
yeah.
it should
be a 6. It should be a 6, but it's still a downbeat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot.
It should
you are in the most awkward hug of you. You don't know what is going on at all, Beacon. You are in an awkward hug. You've never experienced one before, but you're pretty sure this is not how they're supposed to go.
Please stop comforting each other.
But considering that I have also been making this situation awkward, I decide that maybe awkward is just. I am going to decide that maybe awkward can be a good thing in this particular situation. We're both being awkward, and I try to embrace that, and I return the hug.
Roll emotional support. Roll emotional support. And do it with another. And I'm going to give you a +1 forward. I'm going to give you a +1 on this because this is, you're embracing awkward at the same time you're getting an awkward hug. It's just that statement was perfect.
So actually, I'm looking at Ren's previous emotional support, and she rolled a. Oh no, she rolled 2 1s. Okay, never mind. Sorry, confused.
Yep.
Just misreading these things.
I did on the last emotional support roll. I did forget to put the -2 modifier. I noticed that it was.
That's okay.
It doesn't change it from being a downbeat. Oh.
Yeah.
Boy, we're just keeping it right on moving.
It's because we're both just feeling guilty.
Yeah.
And you are now in the most awkward hug of all time, and neither of you knows how to stop it. And this goes on for a couple of minutes before you're like, wait, something's wrong. What are we doing?
When did this become just my real
There's no negatives to doing this, but it is weird.
Do y'all see why Alania went to the armory? Just say.
Yeah.
I thought this is supposed to be role playing, not.
Yeah, roll, then the dice,
and then play it out.
There's a little bit of all of us in all of our characters, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm fixing to have some emotional
Sophie
support.
definitely has the same insecurities, so.
All right, this is just. All right, we're just.
Well, I will say that I as awkward as this has been.
I just kind of do the awkward sibling hug from Gravity Falls, and I just do the pat.
I do the Hank Hill hug. It's called, where it's like there, like both hands on the shoulders. There.
Okay. All right. So you're all awkwarded up to your maximum.
Yeah. We're just kind of like let's go.
You all come out about the same time. Alani is probably a little faster than the rest of you, but she might also have been distracted by trying to figure out the weapons. So, what do you tell each other when you come out?
Before we come out, or basically after she stops crying, I'm gonna say, look, why don't you come with us? We're gonna be traveling around. At least it'll give you a chance to see the world, and you won't be alone.
Okay. She's a little wishy-washy on that. She's not sure yet. But she thinks that maybe a change would be good. She's not sure what change yet, but she'll think about it.
All right.
She still puts on her armor and picks up her big old hammer.
Good. All
Her
right.
helmet, however, fell in the lava, so she does not have a helmet on anymore. Although, I don't have a token for her yet, but we'll have one next time.
Everybody knows the guards that aren't wearing helmets are the ones that survive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I do say, and by the way, I'm Sonia. What's your name?
Time to scroll back up in chat to read it again.
No. I saved it off to the side because I'm a good GM.
Hey.
Oh.
I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but
I feel like that should be
Penjaga
itching.
Penyok.
Well, Penjaga, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. Let's let's go get your friends and get out of here, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. This is
So the two of you leave. You run into the very still looking as awkward as possible about each other, Beacon and Sophie coming out of the library.
Yeah, we're just kind of like awkwardly shuffling our feet back and forth, just like.
And Alani is
not talking about what just happened.
And Alani is carrying 3 swords and has a big old grin on her face. I found some swords.
I found some. I got a rock.
You found some books, didn't you?
Yes, I did find some books.
What did you find in the library?
Some awkward.
I found these 6 books, one of which might have information I need.
Ooh. All right.
And I found out that I'm terrible at small talk. So that was
good to know.
Oh.
All right. Well, if we know everything there is to know about this place, let's get out of here. I don't like this place very much.
Let's take our hover sled. Let's take my hover sled.
That will be nice. Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, that'll be faster than hiking. I do not want to walk through the mountains in this armor.
Yeah. No, I was wondering how you all got up here.
As you walk out, Pinjaga looks over at the swords and says, "We were looking for those. The Imperium wants them, because who holds the swords holds the throne."
Ooh. Hey, congratulations, Alania. You're a queen now. Not that you weren't a queen to begin with, but you know.
Amazon queen, to be exact.
Yes, exactly.
And
So-
you didn't have to
Looking up
fight Gus
already.
Fring for them.
So, any response to that
I'm
in
sorry?
character, there, Danny? Anything Alani would say in character to that?
Ooh. I mean, so I would probably, I would probably say I can divide them up between two others, and we can 3 be queens and rulers.
Now,
Yeah,
royalty
there's
never-
there was something about the five royal swords, and 2 of them are still in the palace.
Oh, I missed that.
So no, she's
I
saying
missed
this
that.
now. She's like,
Oh,
oh yeah, there's something about 5 royal
Oh.
swords, and there's supposed to be like 2 in the palace right now, but the general's looking for them so that he can wiggle his way into the throne. So it might be really helpful to get those to the princess.
All right. Well, in the meantime, you 3 can have them. Ruling a kingdom seems like a lot of work and not really my style.
So you guys all head out. You hop on your sled.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to abandon the hover sled about a day out of town and program it to crash. Like drive back into the mountains, and so it'll crash somewhere eventually.
Because it
And
wouldn't
you
be
all
useful
wind
to hide it somewhere, right?
Well, if you crash it, then everybody thinks they're dead instead of,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they think all the guards died instead of one of them came back or something. They thought they think they crashed on the trip. Smarter move, right?
I guess.
Yep.
Yes. No, great move.
All right. So Punjaga joins you. She's still reeling a bit, so she's lying in one of the beds.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah. You are all, you are all set, and you've got those books to look through and everything to figure out what the Order of the Disciplined was after at that point, in that particular spot. And one of the texts isn't actually about the techniques that were taught at the temple. It's something completely different, and you're not exactly sure what it is.